Hello. Hello. So you got like a snippet of the um, 30-second countdown, didn't you? Well, hi, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the Business Plug, and I'm coming on. I was supposed to have a guest, but he hasn't shown up. So if he comes in, I'll invite him in. But of course, the show must go on, right? This Sunday is 7:01 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's time for the Business Plugs Mixer. On the Business Plugs Mixer, we talk about business topics with business people. And so last week we had a great conversation about financials and student loans and the things you need to do to get ready for the student loan forgiveness. A lot of people think they're going to automatically qualify for it, but what we learned last week from the kind is that some of us will and others of us won't apply. So that was last week. So today, because my guest is not here, I want to talk to you about something I talked about earlier with a small group I think of as Seven Huskies. Shout out to Seven Huskies through the Chattanooga Boulevard who have allowed us to host a intimate meetup with this next topic that is about understanding and what's important my whole goal is to help business owners to think through doing business because I want you to do business well. And so tonight we're going to talk a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, but we're going to talk a little bit about cross marketing. So I'm in this group in LinkedIn, and shout out to Jerry Lynn, who is the head of our group. And she is a believer of collaborations and co-marketing and cross marketing. And what that looks like is you take your product, your service, and you market on someone else's platform, but they in turn get to market on your platform. Now, the benefits of that is you expand your reach, but you also reach a public that you wouldn't have any other access to. So it allows you to expand your reach and it allows their business to expand its reach. So it's kind of a 50-50 relationships. And I love 50-50 relationships where both parties are winning. I love 50-50 relationships when they both win-win. Like they will lose. Those 50% relationships I'm not really interested in. But if you have a business and you would like, someone that complements what you do, because that's important, because it can't just be any old body, right? It has to be something that complements what you do and someone who shares a similar audience because you don't want what you don't want is you don't want to cross market with someone and you have nothing in common, right? Like it's a whole strategy, it's a whole thought process of where I was talking the other day and I was talking to my marriage counselors, right? And I have some marriage mediators in my class and we were talking about how they can expand their reach. We were talking about where they could sell, how they could do sales. We were talking about distribution. And in distribution, you do direct distribution where you're selling it yourself, or you do it indirectly where somebody allows you to put your product or service on their shelf, right? And so they sell it for you because they already have an audience, and their audience needs whatever it is that you sell, your product or service. Well, when you do that, in the case of the marriage mediators and the marriage counselors, I suggested they partner with the people who are doing weddings. Like, why not? To me, that's a great partnership if you become a part of a wedding package where, when they say that first year is the hardest one, when people get married, and then they need mediators or they need counselors to help them to learn how to fight fair and to teach them about living with someone else, because you never ever ever never understand another person until you move in with them. Then it's like, okay, this is who this is. But I suggested to them that they, get with ministers that marry couples, or they get with places where people go to get married. Like, that would be a great suggestion for them, because they do mediation and they help couples learn how to highlight what works in their marriages. And so that's what I mean by cross marketing, or by collaborating, finding what complements your service, your product, and then partnering with them. So it's neither, and most times it's not even an exchange of money, more so than it's an exchange of audiences. So you get to talk to their audience and they get to talk to yours. And between the two of you, you're expanding your reach, you're meeting new customers, and you're actually able to grow your businesses. And that's the key thing, right? When you're trying to expand, you want to expand to a like audience. And how wonderful it is that when somebody's business complements yours, and that way your customers need their service, their customers need yours. And so that way you will be able to expand your reach. And so cross marketing, I looked up, and I'm trying to find it now. I looked up some strategies for cross marketing because I want to also provide strategies. So I hope you have a pen and paper. And if not, you can play this later and get to it in the replay. But I want to talk about how do you make an effective cross marketing strategy, like how you build your cross marketing strategy so that you can get multiple essential benefits from the relationships that you create. And the keys to this is, you know, you you want to succeed, like you want to gain customer loyalty, you want to build your network, your business network of complementary services. Like, it's just a win-win situation when you're able to cross market. So build partnerships with prospective companies. So looking out among the landscape, either where you are in your local area or digitally, what other businesses complement yours? What other businesses make sense to be a part of your network? Like, if you're selling skincare products, hair care products would be good, right? Or if you're selling, or let's say if you're doing dinners. If you're doing dinners, then desserts would be a great compliment, right? Drinks would be a great compliment. Like, whatever you're selling, whatever, if you're selling clothes, then shoes or makeup or hair. Think through, like, if you're selling, like I do, I sell coaching. So I coach people who want to start businesses. And for me, a good partnership is someone who does graphic arts, or someone who forms LLCs, or, so an attorney, an accountant. Those are businesses that, when I partner with them, I'm sharing audiences, and we both have a need. Like, their clients have a need for me to figure out all the strategies. And then I have a need for them, because once I teach my business owner strategies, I want them now to implement. And so I need somebody with an accountant's background who can teach them how to set up their books. I need someone who can help them to create their logos and their business cards and those things, because that's not what I do. So it allows me to stay in my lane and educate them, and to help them to make smart choices. But it also allows me to have someone to send them to, so that I create a wraparound services for them. Because my whole goal is to be a one-stop shop. And so if we can market to each other's customers, then it allows us to wholly serve our customers, right? So the first thing is building your relationship with prospective companies, businesses. The next thing is setting goals. So you have to understand what your main goals are. Is your main goal awareness, brand awareness? Or is your main goal to get more clicks on your website, or to have someone to attend your event, or to get more customers? Like, you have to be very clear on what your goal is. So you have to make sure. I love SMART goals, right? So we talk about SMART goals. They're SMART goals because they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, and then they're timed. So when you talk about SMART goals, you want to make sure that the goals that you set are achievable. Like, I wouldn't want to get on somebody's platform and I only have, 20,000 followers, but I want to get on their platform and they have 200,000 followers, and I want to help, build my platform without looking at what value can I give to the person that's allowing me access to their audience, because that is really, really an honor. It is a privilege when somebody allows you to come on their platform and to talk to their people, their followers. Like, that is to be respected. And so it needs to be an equal exchange. So when you're making your goals, make sure your goals includes the other person in addition to your own. And another thing is exit intent pop-ups, which is a business promotion term, right? And so what happens is, how you go to a website and they ask you to put your name and your email address in, that pop-up thing, right? And so some people find those a little annoying, but that helps to collect information. And maybe you can get someone else's when their customers get ready to exit their website, then your information pops up. Have you heard of Linda? She's doing business coaching for new and struggling businesses. If you are new or if you are struggling and you need some strategies, then come see Linda. That'd be on the exit. So that wouldn't be while they're walking through their sites, going through their sites. It would be when they got ready to exit, as a way of giving them some, think about that. That's something to think about. And so, using Google ads and using Facebook ads and personalizing the content so that you are, when you're speaking to someone else's audience, and if their audience is just like yours, you want to always use the customer's voice in your marketing. And so in order to increase your brand awareness and develop trust toward their audiences, you have to speak into their language. So spending time before you're ready to market, spending time to get to know the other person's audience and how they communicate will be a wonderful thing. And then, integrate new technology. They have so much technology, so many apps and so many things out here that you can use, where you think about how McDonald's, when they're trying to sell you burgers, they're also trying to sell you Coca-Cola, right? Because nothing follows a good burger than a Coke that makes you burp. So, just think on those lines. Think about, how actors like Kanye, how, he works with Adidas, or he works with, I think he just stopped working with somebody just this past week. But the whole thing about cross marketing is it can bring you a lot of business. It can also help you build a business network relationship with someone who complements your service. And it's just a good thing to do because you're serving customers who want and like and need your services. So, and because my person didn't show up, you have to learn a little bit about cross marketing. If you have any questions about this, then go ahead and email me. You can email me you can look at the replay, and ask your questions here, or you can reach out to me at getthebusiness.org. That's GETTHEBUSINESS.org. That is my website, and it has Contact Linda on it. So I'm Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And I just want to come on for a brief period to tell you about cross marketing. And hopefully you can use that in your business. Have a great evening, everyone, and have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Business Plugs Mixer.